Walmart just gave the middle finger to the United States of America. Well, technically, I feel like they gave the middle finger to President Donald Trump, but we, the citizens of the United States of America, got a little bit of that middle finger also. The big three is what I'm going to call them right now. The CEOs of the big three, which are in essence Walmart, Target, and Home Depot, all met with White House officials over the last week to discuss what they think is going to occur because of the tariffs that President Trump has put into place throughout, numerous countries that these big three, rely on for imports for their stores. Okay. So they met with the White House officials and they said, listen, these tariffs, they're not looking good. It's going to end up costing the customers, meaning you and I, the customers of these stores, once again, Walmart, Target, Home Depot, it's going to end up costing these customers a lot of money because the tariffs and the prices are going to go up and whatever else. And they're like, we're going to have to raise the prices. We're going to have empty shelves. There's going to be, pandemonium, basically. They're trying to make it feel like we're about to have COVID 2.0 is what we'll call it. That's how they're saying the stores are going to end up looking in the coming weeks or months because of the tariff wars going on between President Trump and numerous other countries. China being the main one, obviously, because Walmart is basically packed floor to ceiling, wall to wall with stuff made in China. Numerous other countries as well, but China is its main supplier. Home Depot, I guess a lot of stuff from Home Depot comes from China as well. Same thing for Target. But you have Walmart specifically saying that they are going to do something about this. Except they're not. They're not going to do something about this in the sense of anything that's going to be helpful for us here in the United States of America. What they are going to do, though, is invest $6 billion into new stores, meaning Walmart Supercenters and Sam's Clubs. And what is this other one that they have? Bodega or Herrera. Obviously, I have no Spanish accent here. And then Walmart Express. They're going to invest $6 billion, which is equivalent to basically 125 billion pesos, into Mexico and Central America instead to build new shopping centers for people there, which will then give new jobs and new everything else. And that's great for Mexico and Central America. But my thought process here is because, I'm selfish when it comes to wanting the best for our country. Other countries, obviously, they deserve to have great things as well. But when Walmart goes to the White House, when the CEO of Walmart goes to the White House to speak to the White House officials to say, hey, listen, President Trump is hurting the people of the United States of America and we're going to have to raise our prices, and then makes it seem like there's nothing they can do to keep it so that the people here in this country who have basically kept Walmart afloat since it started, thanks to, the founder, Sam Walton, when they say that and then they turn around and spend $6 billion to build in Mexico instead of spending $6 billion in the United States of America to find ways to be able to have product that comes from here, made in America, so that they're not having to pull from China or these other places. It kind of pisses me off. It makes me personally want to boycott Walmart and say, F you, Walmart. If you're going to give us here the middle finger, I'm going to give two of them right back to you. Because how can you go to the White House and complain that the president's tariffs are going to cause heartache for you here in the U.S. and then turn around and go spend billions upon billions upon billions of dollars in Mexico? You know why? Because at the end of the day, profits over people every single time. And of course, there's going to be people out there who are going to comment, oh, Michelle, oh, SquirrelTribe, you're an idiot because they're a business. What do you want them to do? Go out of business? No. But when you have a country like the United States of America that is pretty much what keeps Walmart going in general, when Walmart decides to turn their backs on the people here so that they can go instead invest in Mexico, that kind of hurts. It's a little shitty in my personal opinion. I think a company like that who is making literal hand over fist profits over the last couple of years while they continue to raise the prices. They complained about shortages over the last couple of years, yet they had no problem making record profits at the same time. They can't do anything to try to make it easier for us here in the U.S. Since they're going to tell us now that these tariffs are going to cause these massive issues. For them to turn around and spend that kind of money in Mexico and Central America says to me they have that kind of money. They could have spent it here instead. They could have invested in American farmers. They could have invested in American manufacturing. They could have invested in different resources here that would help to make America great again instead of investing in Mexico, which is, again, Obviously, it's because they care about their bottom dollar, and they're worried that with the United States and the tariffs between China and the United States, that it's going to hurt their bottom dollar. They want to make sure they still make their record profits, so they're going to take their talents to Mexico and make their profits there. And you know what? Pretty much screw us. It feels very, listen, I don't know if y'all watch basketball, but it feels very LeBron James, Cavaliers, Miami right now to me. I'm going to take my talents to South Beach and what got me where I am these days, which was Cleveland for LeBron. But anyway, not the point. It rubbed me the wrong way. And I'm not the only one who's going to feel like that, who's going to say, I have spent my money at Walmart. I have gone there. I've worked there. I haven't worked there, but there's people that have worked there. There are people that invest there. There are people that have them as part of their stocks, their 401k, their whatever else. There's people that get all of their groceries there. They spend monthly amount of whatever Spark is these days, so they can get their online pickups and delivery and all this other stuff. And at the same time, you expect Walmart, again, a company that was founded here in the United States of America, you would kind of expect them to give half a crap about us and want to do something to help. And instead, you go to the White House talking about how you have to raise prices here for us and then turn around and spend $6 billion in Mexico. It feels very slap in the face. And I know a lot of people are going to agree. It says here, here's what it says. Look, the big box CEOs flat out told the White House officials the prices aren't going up. They're steady right now, but they will go up, which is what we've talked about a couple times, that there's the possibility they will go up. The tariffs are going to be high, obviously, but not everything is going to be a massive increase. It's going to be a lot of price gouging that's going to happen. If you see things that are doubling, tripling in price, that's price gouging. That's not because of the tariffs. I need everybody to understand that ahead of time. It says here, this wasn't about food, but he was told that the shelves will be empty. This is what somebody from Axios, who did this article that I have here from Axios or whatever, when they talked to the White House officials, it says, Walmart announced a $6 billion investment across Mexico and Central America. The company revealed the investment, which equates to more than 125 billion pesos, is intended to open stores under 4 different brands, which you've already talked about: Bodega Aurrera. I don't know how to do it, but either way, Sam's Club, Walmart Supercenters, Walmart Express. They already own 3,200 stores in operation across nearly 700 municipalities in all 32 Mexican states. And it says here, beyond giving consumers in Mexico even more opportunity to save money and live better, the stores will also bring new jobs to communities. This is what the company said in a statement on April 17th. And my brain is going, why can't you give consumers in the United States even more opportunity to save money and live better? Why can't the stores bring new jobs to state communities here in the United States? It says Walmart officials estimate the new location should generate as many as 5,500 direct jobs for people throughout the country, adding to the more than 200,000 direct employees already a part of Walmart of Mexico and Central America. Now, Walmart has obviously stores here in the U.S. all over the place, over every single street corner. You're going to find a Walmart, where a mom and pop store used to be until Walmart came in and, shut them all down. But they're also in Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Mexico, Nicaragua, and they've announced sales of more than 958 billion pesos in 2024. The company employs more than 241,000 employees in 4,000 stores across the region, serving more than 5 million customers daily. You know what they have here? Way more than that. They serve way more customers here in the United States of America. But right now, because I feel like Walmart wants to be petty towards President Trump, because there's, the clash of business minds here, they're taking it out on us. People wonder why I get so, I guess uptight might be the right word, or irate or huffy or whatever about Walmart. Why are you always talking about Walmart? Because it's a huge deal. You have a company that started off as made in America, by Americans, for Americans, and that was the whole thing. It was a red, white, and blue business, right? And then Sam Walton dies, and everybody who came in behind him, his family, the CEOs, the COOs, the CFOs, the blah, blah, blahs, they have pretty much taken what he started and turned it into this crap show, where instead of it being about the country it originated in, the United States of America, and its citizens, it's turned into everything but. Now it's all about how much they can get for the lowest price, how much they can turn around and sell it to us for. They're going to tell us the lowest price, but you don't sell it for the lowest price and still make record profits at the same time that we're being told it's record inflation. It's not mathematically possible to give us the lowest price you possibly can while also making record profit. It does not work like that. 2 plus 2 does not equal 5. I don't care what Common Core math bullshit you're working with. 2 plus 2 is 4 every single time. I have an issue with it because here we are as a country trying to figure out how to hold on to what makes us great. And here you have companies that feel like a core part of the United States of America, pretty much doing everything they can to distance themselves from the United States of America. And it feels real crappy. At the end of the day, it feels crappy to me. And I'm not a fan of it. I'm personally ticked off at Walmart right now for the investments they are making in other countries when they're not willing to invest in this country. At the same time, they're telling us that they're going to raise the prices on the citizens of this country and that they're going to have empty shelves again. But they're not having any issues anywhere else, and they're not willing to put the money forward to find ways around that here. It bothers me. Maybe it shouldn't, but it does. And I just wanted to share it with you guys so that you have an idea, so that you're aware. I feel like everybody should be aware of a little bit of everything. And this is one of those situations where maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe you don't care, but maybe it does change how you look at things. Or maybe you agree with Walmart. Maybe you think they're doing something great. Or maybe it changes your mind and you decide to go shop at the mom and pop place in your neighborhood instead of going to Walmart to spend your next couple dollars. Because Walmart obviously doesn't give two shits about your next couple of dollars. They're more worried about getting the money in Mexico. So anyway, Squirrel Tribe, I love y'all immensely. Thanks for letting me have a little baby rant there for a second. Hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.